All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Just taking a peek at Oracle. Nice to see LCID back here with a major pivot point at 53.50, which is close. Not exactly, but close to a red to green. I always like to see the confluence. Did I use that properly? Is that right? Confluence. Junction of two rivers. Ooh. Your word of the day, and I used it properly. Always like to see the confluence of multiple indicators on Oracle, especially when you combine the algo plus caveman human levels, like those red to greens, previous day's close, etc. So, let me get my notes going. And it is the 18th. So LCID still atop for me. Love the Oracle pivot point area. All right. Kishara asking about Prague. You know, had a lot of high hopes for Prague yesterday. I don't know. Let me take a look today. I tell you, I mean, full disclosure, this was one of my number ones into that 9:45 or later break of 6. Never came. You know, as always, it was a little bit of a slower Wednesday. Well, let me go back to yesterday morning. Yesterday morning didn't feel slow, but once we opened up, you know, all the EVs kind of pulled back. Tesla kept going, but EVs came out. You know, Prague, the air kind of came out of Prague. So, I don't know. Today, I don't really see it today. This is what I'm going to say on Prague. I don't. Now, listen, obviously, if it breaks 6 today. Let me say that first. Yesterday's plan still in play. But I'm not optimistic. If anything, let's get this to chop sideways and squeeze on a Friday. Larger font size. Sorry. You guys are so demanding. Tell me what to do. Tell me what to do. There's your larger font size. SEV. So normally I'm not, normally I tell you guys to wait on day one IPOs. I usually like to give a few days to let these set up, but I will say this. Rivian kind of changed that. So, I'll always reference these YouTube videos where I'm like, just cool, relax on the day one, day two, day three IPOs. I tell you, kind of settle down. But Rivian really kind of, for the short term, okay? Because understand the psychology, okay? Everybody that missed Rivian is now going to be looking for the next Rivian, okay? So I still stand by what I said. At some point, we'll return to normal. But right now, a week after Rivian, I'm not against 50 breaks, dip and rips, afternoon VWAP holds on SEV. Now, I would beg you to day trade only because the chickens will come home to roost. Okay, I think that, again, Rivian's red again today. Day trade only. Okay, I don't now. I want to be clear. After this goes parabolic and settles down a little bit, then we look for the old traditional strategy with an IPO. Does that make sense? I would say this. All the videos are there. I mean, there's ton of this discussion. I've done so many YouTube videos. Are they over here? I can never remember. Which way do I point? Or the chat, or is the chat over here? I don't know. Terrible weather, man. PPSI. I'm going to say the same thing. This is exactly what we want going into a Friday, okay? And I'm gonna say this. This week's PPSI, go back to last Friday. Now I want to be clear. This week's PPSI could very well be PPSI. Last Friday. Now, I'm not saying this was like the most epic Friday short squeeze ever. Okay. I'm not saying PPSI went from 7 to 17 last Friday. But you cannot dispute the fact that it chopped around all last week. And then I believe, I'll move on, but I'm pretty sure right at 2 p.m., it spiked like 50, 60, 70 cents a share. I would please keep PPSI on watch for that same move. GGPI short under 14. We don't often talk about shorts here. So this is that SPAC. Okay. Brian. All right. I'm going to end on this. I got a crazy busy day. So I know we typically don't focus on shorting because a lot of you don't have margin accounts. A lot of you, even if you have a margin account, you often can't get a borrow on a lot of these stocks. I mean, it's just the mechanics, okay? But you got a failed SPAC breaking support. So the reason I am clapping is, Brian, this tried to break out like 16 times in the last 3 days. Failed. Okay, look at that. Look at that like quintuple topping at 16. And now it's breaking every area of support and looks like a waterfall back down to where it started trading in the 11s and 12s. This, my friends. This, my friend. And listen, it's not guaranteed to work. Like any trade strategy. I always say that's why we have stops. Okay? We have stops because nothing is guaranteed. Okay? But quintuple top, failed SPAC, break-in support. These are the stocks you short. Well done, Brian. All right, everyone. Little short on time. Again, I got a million things to do today, but I'm here for you. Have a great day. If you're wondering, again, my number one. Listen, I like to milk stuff until they die. This LCID break of that Oracle level of, again, what was it? 53.50, I think. Is my number one for now. And as always, as Ivan Drago says, if it dies, it dies. So it's encouraging to see Tesla back above 1,100. So, all right, everyone, have a great day. And, Roblox. A lot of you guys coming in late with Roblox. I said it last night in the Steady Trade Team webinar. I got the notes, okay? So I was sick last night, had a busy night, and I said this. I'm like, listen, in the Steady Trade Team webinar, I said, if you force me to overnight something, it'd be Roblox or IONQ. And I said that at 3:31 p.m., and they're both gapping up. Right there it is, times 3:36 p.m. So congrats to anybody that recognized hot sector earnings winners, breakouts, closing at the high of the day. Roadblocks, and just like I compliment Brian on the short, my friends, I know I'm here in the morning. We don't often talk swing trades at 8:30 in the morning. That's more of an afternoon strategy. But if you are looking for swing setups, if you are looking for overnight trades, maybe you're under the PDT, etc., please, if you didn't take Roblox and IO and Q, please study the charts. Understand why at 3:36 p.m. I said if you put a gun to my head, it'd be those two stocks overnight. I went to bed at like 5 o'clock last night, so I didn't overnight anything. But anyway. Have a good day. We'll see you next time.